Greetings and salutations. I bid you welcome to this channel. I am Outlier, and I know what you're thinking. Where is my cat video? And to this I answer, I have no idea. I don't have a cat. You're a plushie. You don't count. Because you're not a real cat. As I was saying, I am Outlier. And no, that is not my real name. It is a pseudonym that I intend to use for this channel. I could tell you my real name, but that would defeat the purpose of using a pseudonym, now wouldn't it? Well, now that I've introduced myself, I should probably tell you about the stuffed animals. If you haven't already guessed by now, they're not simply mere props behind me, but serve as the supporting cast for my channel. The cat behind me is Snowball. Well, the dog is Wolf. No, Wolf, I'm running this channel, and I'm in charge. I have no answer for that. Moving right along. In addition to the plushies behind me, I have also assigned others to serve as the crew for this channel, which you might see from time to time. First up will be Punny. She serves as the audio engineer. Punny. Punny, you're going to make us run out of time, and the others haven't had a chance to say anything yet. Thank you. There's also Calico, who is in charge of lighting. Cut it out, you two. You both know that this is a sensitive topic for him. I'm not going to rub your belly. Anyway, there's also Q. She's in charge of the cue cards. Actually, I want to know what your answer is to Wolf's question. Well, some say life is a game. Right, anyway. Actually, I have no idea what gender Mallow is. Keep calling Mallow he, and he's never corrected me on it. Anyway, there's also Hugsy. He's in charge of security. Well, according to the Holy Book of Diction, Book P, Chapter 990, Verse PR, procurement is the act or process of procuring. Moving on, because the internet is not always a safe place, I also have a censorship specialist who makes certain that nothing inappropriate gets seen by anyone who shouldn't see it. His name is Dick. Dick is extremely camera shy. In charge of editing, I have Seymour. For any legal issues or clarification purposes, I have Lone. To keep track of all the finances, I have Banky. I'll do that later. Finally, I have Feel, who is a SEAL. He's in charge of community oversight and management. Feel, you're supposed to introduce yourself. Feel, could you at least say something? Right, so you've met the Who. What elephant? Oh, that's Static. He's the elephant in the room. We're not supposed to talk about him. As I was saying, you've met the Who, now on to the what. I must admit that if you told me 10 years ago I'd be trying to start a YouTube channel, I would have thought you were crazy. As for the videos that I intend to put up here, it really is whatever I want. I could talk about various social trends and fashions, but to be honest, I'm a recluse hermit who almost never picks up on social cues. As well as being a rotund, slightly misshapen lump of a man who owns 7 copies of the exact same pair of pants. I could talk about various social and political topics, but I fear that the world is going to hell, and in its haste to do so, decided to leave its handbasket at home. As for political topics, I guarantee you, no matter what your views are, you will not agree with what I have to say. Could also do unboxing videos. Right. So I have this box, and inside this box is another box. And inside this box is yet another box. And inside this box, well, you don't really need to know what's inside this box. Yes. Yes, it is. I could also astound you with feats of mental strength. But to be honest, I can't even solve a simple Rubik's Cube. See, 3 corners out of place, and I'm too afraid to go further than that because I know I'm never going to get back to this state if I ever change it. I'm too afraid to even start this one. This one I can solve, but if you asked me how, I couldn't tell you. Could also play board games, but this channel doesn't have enough funding to pay for guest appearances. And I'm a hermit who has trouble making and maintaining friendships. I am sorry to admit that. I could, however, play video games. Manhunter pack of wolves. Holy crap, that's a lot of wolves. Okay then. Ready to launch. SAS on. Throttling up and firing engines. Well, I did say firing engines. Hey, he's still alive. You know what they say about any landing you can walk away from? Let's just go back real quick. This is Sanctuary Hills, where my character generally lives. I built pretty much everything here that didn't start halfway demolished. This is Amalgam. Built him. It's a different robot. Built her. I do not remember her name. It's been that long. I keep the power armor. All the power armor. Use that building as the hub for trade and manufacture and, well, basically everything. This is the house that I live in. It's also where I keep all the girls. This is the house where everybody else lives in. Wondering about the wealth discrepancies? Because I built everything. And if people don't like living in that building, they are free to gather the materials and build their own houses. And just for clarification purposes, these are all the girls. So, please, moving right along. Alright. Food, let's see what we can hunt. Start with small.
Yeah.
A lot of broken fences in this.
Yeah.
Well, let's not start with small things. Let's start with small things. Or I could just run it over.
Slow it up.
Behold, the horse. The deadliest weapon in the West. Everybody look at this fish. Hit it with the CMON. It explode. No, it just died. Lunch now. Alright, all the torches are in place. All I gotta do is put in the door. And the door is in place. Behold, the greatest thing I've ever finished. Yes, the greatest thing I have ever finished. Get through the aperture. Go through the aperture. I gotta find the balloon pad. There it is. Avoid that. Avoid the landing gear.
Attention, Commander. You have not
Avoid the
deployed
landing
landing
gear.
gear.
We'll get to talking instead of flying.
This facility offers a range of services.
Yeah.
Check your information after docking.
There we are. Now then, drop the landing gear. It's not the landing gear.
Warning. Deploy landing gear.
It's the third time. Landing gear.
Sure you have received authorization before entering the door.
I2 pad. And down. Bounce up again.
Contact confirmed. Ground crew dispatched. Enjoy your stay with us.
Okay, so I'm almost done this. Now the top of the hull is finished. Now all I gotta do is work on the bottom to get the hover engines in so I can do that. Turn it on and get it up. And it's moving backwards. Oh joy. Probably should have put the thrusters in before doing this. Well, let's say I wanted to work on the bottom. And it does float. So long as the AI cheats, I reserve the right to stack the deck in my favor. Anyway, I'm sure that I will think of something. I should admit that I pretty much have no idea what I'm doing, but looking back at everything that I've done in my life, I have to admit, that hasn't stopped me yet. I guess all that's left is to say, let us begin.